Hello everyone. Today we will be solving first weekly contest, which was called warm-up contest, and we have three questions in it: lexicographical number, first unique character in a string, and the longest absolute file path. Let me take you to the screen. Mm, Here are three questions. Let's solve the first one. We are given an integer n. We have to sort it into lexicographical order. The algorithm should be of and time complexity. Okay. So example is given that when n equal to 13, we have to write all the numbers starting from 1 at the beginning. After that 2, 3, 4. That. So if we take a longer example, let's say 214. So 1 will come first, 10 to 19 will come afterwards, and then 101 till 199, and so on. After that, 220 to 29 and 200 to the number till which we need to find, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. So okay, we can solve this using DFS. DFS would work like this. Let's create a vector which will store our answer, and we'll have total 1 to 9 values. So 1 to 9 values, and we can call DFS for each and every one. I, n, answer, and once we store, we can return the array. Okay. Our DFS function will look like this. First, we'll pass the current index, then final value, and a vector which will store our answer. Okay. We can think of the base case when the number, that is index, will be greater than n, then we can return. Okay. Or else we would just push the index in our answer. So first we will push 1 into the answer array, and then we have to append 0, 1, 2, 3 till 9. So we can run a loop, and we can add it like this. New value will become index into 10 plus I, that is 1 into 10, that is 10 plus 1. 10 plus 0 is 0, 10 plus 1 is 11, 12, 13. And when we will go above 13, then we will break out, or else we will call DFS for that as well. So if new value is greater than n, is less than equal to n, then we will call DFS for that new value, and else we can just break out. I think it should work fine. Let's run it. You can see it's running absolutely fine. We can take a larger test case as well. Let's say 294. And it is running exactly fine. Okay, so let's submit it. Another method through which we can solve this question is by just simply sorting the string. We can store every number into a string. Let let me write the code. Let the string is named as okay. We will run a loop from I equals to 1 till I n. That is, we would store each number in the form of a string in a vector. That is s dot pushback to string. We need to convert it into a string and then push it into the vector. And we can just sort it s dot in, s dot n, and we can store it in a answer array. Answer I equals to 0, I less than n, answer dot push string to integer of that s of I, and just return the answer. This way, this works because the inbuilt sorts according to this lexicographical order, and we can see it is doing absolutely fine. We can also submit it, but the complexity is not that good because we are converting into a string and then again to integer. So we can see complexity is poor. Okay, let's try to solve the second question. Second question is easy. First unique character. Okay, given a string s, find the first non-repeating character and return its index. Okay, if it doesn't exist, return -1. Example, lead code is given. We have to find the non-repeating character. Is L repeating? No. So it has written 0. Here, love LeetCode has L in common, O in common. V is not there, so it has written the index 2. And here everything is common, so -1 is returned. Okay, I got it. So we have to return an index. Okay. What we can do is we can store it in a hash array of size 26, comma. Yes, constraint is saying that only lowercase English letters are there. We can traverse to the string a and equals to s dot size or length. You can use any one of this and store it in a hash of s of I minus c. And after that, okay, traverse to the string hash of s of I is 1, and we can return that index. If no index is found, then we can just simply return -1. Let's try to run it. Yes, it is running absolutely fine. Submit. Let's see. It was an easy question. Yes, perfect. Let's see the third question. Longest absolute file path. This is pretty interesting. Suppose we have a file system that stores both files and directories. Example of one system is this. Okay. Directory is subdirectory. Okay, got it. Mhm. we would be given a string. This is enter and this is tab. Okay. We have to in the answer separated by this. Okay. Okay, input is given return 0 if no file exists. Okay, let me explain. Here we are given a directory. If we press enter and then tab, we would go inside the directory and the subdirectory will be opened. We can see subdirectory doesn't have any file in it. So if we press enter and tab again, we would go to the subdirectory 2. Same, this slash n is enter and slash tab. Okay. Here, if double tab is there, then we are into that file. So if there exists a file, then we have to store it in a form like this. That is directory. Inside directory, we have to go in subdirectory 2. Inside that there is a file dot, and we have to return the length of it. Okay. Similarly, if there are multiple files, we have to return the maximum length of the output possible. That is, there is a file directory, subdirectory, and file 1. Also, there is another file which is inside subdirectory 2. So we have to return that. Okay, and if there is no file, we have to return C. Okay, got it. I think we have to use string stream ss of input and string line while line of ss comma line. What it does is whenever there is an enter, it would store the remaining words into a string named line. That is, dir will be stored in the line. After that, slash tab sub dir1 will store into a line. After that slash, let me show you after printing it. Let's return any number, let's see. So it will store this directory, subdirectory 1, subdirectory 2, file 1.txt into it. Okay, we need to find the length. We have to see how many tabs are there, through which we can find at which level it is having the file 1.txt or what level we are currently in. So let's say level equals to 0 followed by 0. If line of I equals to tab level plus plus, or we can just simply while line of level equals to tab level plus plus cout level. Hmm, So first we will get 0, then 1, then in the first test case we would get 0, 1, 1 and 2. Yes, correct. After that, what we have to do is we have to remove these tab spaces. We can do it like line equals to line dot substring till level. Yes. Now if we print line, we would see that Yes. Now we need to find the length. Length will be line dot size. Okay, so this will be add, and we have to store the previous length as well. So we can use anything, but I would prefer stack because first we will find out this length. Then if we need to go back, so we can just pop out the element, find the length, and find again. So stack would be preferred. Yes. Okay. So stack dot push what length. Okay. And if we find out the okay, so if line of if line dot find this this means not equals to string enclose. If this is there, then we can say just answer equals to max of answer comma length. What we are doing is whenever there is extension, so we would update our answer. We need to find the maximum answer, right? So if there are multiple finds, whenever there is extension, we are updating the answer. Else we are just pushing it into the stack. Correct. Also, the length will be if subdir 1 has the length of 7, we have to also add the length of dir into it. So yes, we can add the length of stack dot plus this. Okay, we know that if there is no element in the stack, if stack dot size is greater than 0, then push stack dot top else 0. Also, we have to add this part, the slash part, slash this one. So for that, we can add one, but we would add one only if it is into the subdirectory. For the first part, it shouldn't be added. So we can just say negation of stack dot empty. So it will update the length, out length. Let's see. Okay, it would say char max is not defined. The answer equals to 0. Now let's run it. It's wrong. 3, 11, 19. Correct, correct. What's the issue? Okay, when we are going back, stack dot size is greater than level, then stack dot pop. We need to remove the elements, right? Once we traverse back. Oh shit, okay. What's the issue now? Okay, we are finding the level correctly. Okay, okay. is greater than 0, stack dot top. If line dot find is this, answer is updated, stack dot push. Okay, every time. I'm so stupid. Let's say I think it should be find correct. Okay, remove unnecessary spacings. Okay, let's submit it. I think it should be correct. You can also take a vector here and still store it. We just have to compute the previous length and store it in somewhere, and then the next length is solved using that only. Okay, correct. And here we have solved all of the questions. Thank you.